What is this beautiful place on the coast of the Red Sea in Saudi Arabia? This is KAUST, King Abdullah University of Science and Technology, a place I am proud to call one of my homes, a place I spent 4 years of my life, which gave me amazing cultural and professional opportunities, as well as the chance to meet and work with brilliant minds from all over the world. This video is for anyone who's wondering what it's like to live and work in Saudi Arabia, or for anyone who's considering studying at KAUST. I am going to show you many aspects of KAUST life, including the KAUST homes, the modern state-of-the-art campus, the monuments you find around KAUST, the beaches, the facilities and the public areas, as well as the KAUST Inn Hotel, and much more. Stick around to learn more about it. First, a brief background on KAUST. It's located in Thule, near Jeddah, Saudi Arabia, and was established in 2009 as a graduate research university dedicated to developing solutions for some of the most urgent problems facing humanity today. Those include climate change, the energy crisis, global food supply, and many more. Its population is a mix of Saudi and international, with around 120 nationalities that live, work, and study together in a community of around 7,000 people. KAUST is not only a university, but also kind of like a small self-contained town. Everything you need to live comfortably is here within the KAUST walls. There is a supermarket, restaurants, beaches, gyms with giant swimming pools, a movie theater, parks, and of course a residential area. And that's what we're going to see first. Whenever choosing to move your life to another country, one of the first and most important things to consider is where you'll be living. So first we're going to have a look at the residential areas, then a couple of homes for staff, and even some student housing. First, let's do a drive-through in some residential areas, just to give you an idea of what these areas look like. If you're coming to work and live at KAUST, or if you're thinking of applying here, you could live in these areas with wide streets, tropical landscaping, and beautiful villas that combine Arabic architecture with a modern flair. At the moment, I'm riding around in the neighborhood where people like managers, department heads, directors, and deans live, so these homes are super luxurious, and many of them have backyards that face the sea. Each villa has a generous garden and garage and comes fully furnished with all utilities included in the rent. Then, KAUST has their own supply of people to help you with everything you need, from landscaping to cleaning to maintenance. The residential areas have a lot of green parks and places where children can play, and the neighborhoods are really quiet and peaceful. I mean, did you ever imagine that you would find this much green in Saudi Arabia? So I'm riding my bike around midday, and it's super hot today, which is why you don't see too many people around, but when it's cool in the evening, you see more people out and about and enjoying these areas. Now let's have a look at my house. Living arrangements at KAUST are extremely comfortable, and the spaces are quite generous. Alright, so today we are going to have a look at my house in Saudi Arabia. Come with me. So this is what they call a quad. It's 4 townhouses together, each one shared by a different single professional. Come with me. And let's have a look at the inside. Come on in. When you arrive, you find your home furnished and stocked with the basic items to get you through the first week or so, including dishes, pots and pans, silverware, a water kettle, bed sheets, pillows, and a comforter. Alright, so this is my little living room. Not bad. All the furniture was provided by my employer. Pretty comfortable. Just perfect for one person. And then there's an upstairs too, so let's have a look. Alright, so here we are in the upstairs. This room here is empty because I've been using it as my workout room, and I also have been using it to teach online dance classes to the community here throughout the pandemic. So that's why you see it empty. And this is my bedroom. Pretty simple, but it's got everything you need. It's pretty comfortable. Alright, so this is my house in Saudi Arabia. This is where I've been living for the last year and a half. This is a house I had alone. Before this, I lived for 2.5 years in a different house that was a shared space. So if I have time, I'll show you also the big house. This is the neighborhood of the first house I lived in when I arrived in 2016. It was a 4-bedroom villa shared with 3 other women staff members. I was hired initially as a consultant, and all consultants live in shared houses. To be honest, after living alone for the last 15 years, I couldn't imagine sharing again, but I was lucky to have wonderful housemates, and actually the houses are so big that you don't see your housemates much. Now let's take a look at student housing. KAUST has only masters and PhDs, no bachelor's program, and all students get free housing as well as an annual stipend. Last I checked, for masters it's $20,000 per year, and for PhDs it's $30,000. And most places are shared apartments. Now for the campus. This is the main entrance to the administration area of the university, and where you'll probably go to get to your office if you work at KAUST. So I am now riding up to Building 16 in front of us here, where I used to work, which is where many departments live, including human resources, finance, the president's office, and more. So let's get a closer look. Here's what it looks like inside. A couple of glimpses of the offices I worked in. As you can see, wonderful, modern, and spacious facilities. Now we are behind Building 16 at the library, and the long sidewalk path you see here is called the Spine. It's like the backbone of the university, a long straight line where everyone travels to reach different buildings around campus. So now let's take a ride down the Spine. I am riding my bike. Yes, biking was my main mode of transport the whole time I lived in Saudi Arabia. Oh wait, I just have to get a quick view of the sea right here. There we go. Some people thought I was crazy for riding bike in the Saudi heat, but I love the warm weather and it never bothered me. I mean, why get a car if you can use your legs and get great exercise in the process? So this is a scientific university, so you may be wondering if I'm a scientist, and the answer is no, I am not a scientist. But since KAUST is like a small town, it needs all kinds of people to work there, and my job was to teach business English, cross-cultural skills, and other professional skills all around communication to the KAUST staff. I had an amazingly positive experience, and I recommend to anyone thinking about working or studying here to definitely do it. This building here is the Student Center. This is where you'll go to gain access to services for students and meet up with people. And now I'm at the other end of campus, taking a ride on the far side, where you can find the IT building and the Innovation Cluster. The Innovation Center hosts startups and also has offices for some bigger companies that have research projects in partnership with KAUST. Every year, KAUST hosts a startup accelerator program and contest called Takadam, and the winners get some funding from KAUST plus office space here in the Innovation Cluster. One of KAUST's missions is to bring science to the masses and encourage scientists to develop businesses out of practical solutions to the problems they are trying to address. One of KAUST's mottos is through inspiration, discovery. Now on to KAUST facilities. If you're coming to work or study at KAUST, you will have modern state-of-the-art facilities and labs to study in. This is a sampling of a few of the classrooms I taught in, just to show you the kind of facilities you can expect. And the best thing is that you might have this amazing view just outside your classroom window. Now let's have a look at some of the public areas. This is Discovery Square, where people come to hang out. You have a movie theater, coffee shops and restaurants, an ice cream shop, a little supermarket, and nice places to sit, have a coffee or a juice, and spend some time with friends. Now, it looks pretty quiet because I'm making this video in the early morning of a weekend, and most people are not out and about yet. But we're going to take another look at Discovery Square on the day of an event. I was lucky enough to be at KAUST when Saudi won against Argentina in the World Cup. I think the entire KAUST population came out to watch this event, support Saudi, and join in the festivities. It was an unforgettable experience to be there on this historic and exciting day. Then, if you want to buy some souvenirs from Saudi, maybe something to send to your family back home, or a keepsake from your experience here, you can come to this gift shop and get a lot of interesting and beautiful items from the region. A lot of handmade things, clothing, and relics that come from the Arab world. The gift shop is connected to this adorable, trendy little tea shop with many types of teas, juices, and smoothies among this artistic decor. Just a perfect place to play games or relax, hear Arabic music, and catch up with a good friend while enjoying the colorful retro artwork and cool vibe of the place. Back to the gift shop. Okay, so today I'm going to try on an abaya, which is the traditional Arabic ladies' dress. Actually, wearing an abaya was never required at KAUST, and in 2018, Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman declared that it's no longer necessary to wear an abaya anywhere in Saudi Arabia. Many women still do choose to wear it, though. It's a matter of personal choice and tradition. I was buying a new one that day because I was headed to Riyadh after this, and I preferred to wear an abaya because I feel that wearing it helps me respect the culture and to blend in a little better. I find the abaya to be comfortable, elegant, and beautiful, and I do always prefer to wear one when I go into public Saudi Arabia. It's really up to you, but just be sure if you're not wearing one to dress conservatively and respect local customs. On the way back, I had to stop and admire this canal coming from the sea. I mean, just look at the color of this water. Many times I really wanted to just jump in and take a swim all the way back to campus. Now let's have a look at the KAUST Harbor, where you can board a boat for a snorkeling trip in the Red Sea or dine in Al Marsa restaurant, the fanciest restaurant on campus. Now let's have a look at KAUST Inn. In case you come here for a visit, or as a short-term consultant, or you invite your parents to visit while you are here at KAUST, this gives you an idea of where one may stay in those instances. KAUST Inn is a wonderful hotel with a delicious breakfast that is a mix of Arabic and Western foods with plenty of vegetarian options. Now let's take a look inside the room. The first part is this little office area with a desk, sitting room, fridge, coffee machine, and TV. And then over here is the actual bedroom. Very comfortable, spacious, quiet, and safe with this huge terrace. And as you can see, a big comfy bed to sleep in. Now that we've seen the campus, let's have a look at the monuments. This is KAM, or the King Abdullah Monument, built in honor of the late King Abdulaziz bin Abdulaziz Al Saud, who was the mastermind behind KAUST. His vision for KAUST was that the university shall be a beacon for peace, hope, and reconciliation, and shall serve the people of the kingdom and benefit all the peoples of the world. He unfortunately passed away in 2015. The monument is actually made of imported Murano glass, and this is the night view of it. Whether night or day, I love to ride my bike here and just enjoy the beauty of the sea. There were so many shades of blue, turquoise, and green, and it was full of fish and other wildlife. On the way out, I usually stop to take a photo of this other funky glass sculpture. And now it's on to the beacon. Since the late king said that the university should be a beacon for hope, peace, and reconciliation, this is the symbol of that wish. And this is the King Abdullah Mosque, the main mosque on campus. There are other smaller mosques too, but this is particularly picturesque right on the canal here and offers a lot of good photography opportunities of its different angles. I'm showing it here now in full sunlight so you can see it in all its glory. But also in sunset and other types of light, you can take amazing shots of this iconic and peaceful, sacred place of worship. KAUST has other smaller monuments around campus, like this white gazebo near the mosque, and this giant canoe with oars, and others. But now let's have a look at the beaches, shall we? This is North Beach. This is my favorite go-to place to read, relax, or have a picnic with friends. There's even a barbecue spot and some lounge chairs with umbrellas. Let's go down and have a closer look on a very hot and sunny day. Speaking of recreation facilities, you will be really impressed with the gyms and exercise activities around campus, especially here at the IRC or Island Recreation Center. This is just one of the very large, modern, and well-maintained centers on campus that feature gyms, pools, exercise studios, children's play areas, and more. Here's a little cafe, and just outside you find this huge pool, which again is very quiet because it's early in the morning, but normally you find lots of families and people enjoying a swim out here. And just beyond the pool, you find this other little beach where I spent many afternoons reading and sunbathing. If you're wondering whether you can wear a swimsuit, yes, you may wear a one-piece swimsuit, but not a bikini. This restaurant just beside the pool is one of my favorites, Pure Restaurant. This is a great place to have lunch with a sea view, and just check out some of the delicious food you can order here. Back inside, let's take a look. There are separate gyms for ladies and men, which are stocked with all the latest equipment and personal trainers available to help you in your fitness goals. In here you can also find lots of games like ping pong, and there's even yoga and many other types of group fitness classes, as well as rooms for different activities, including martial arts and just about anything you can think of. The amazing thing about KAUST is the variety of activities you can find. There is something for everyone. To know more about the activities, go to this website and look at the Activities tab to check out the offerings and also the Life at KAUST tab. Finally, don't forget to check out the clubs. These clubs will give you a good idea of the vast array of interests that KAUST caters to under their clubs, which are managed purely by the community members. Just look at all these options. I myself was very active in the movement club as a dance teacher and choreographer, and to be honest, this made a huge difference in my quality of life at KAUST. The arts are also alive and well at KAUST, for example, through concerts just like this one, that sometimes we members of the movement club performed in, like this ballet performance with me and some of my dancers. In fact, the movement club had around 150 dancers involved, from kids through adults. And here are some little pieces of other performances done by dancers in my classes throughout the years. To have this experience and to find so many others at KAUST who were passionate about the arts was an incredible gift. It was so much fun. It kept me alive and active and in shape, and connected me to the community. We even sometimes did flash mob performances in tandem with the DJ club, like this one, which was performed at the KAM Park that we saw a minute ago. Exercise and socializing is so important for mental health, so it was a pleasure to be able to bring my love of dance to the KAUST community. We had amazing facilities like this dance studio, which was a full professional dance studio with sprung floors, wall-to-wall mirrors, ballet bars, and a wonderful sound system. Now, if you love animals, you can get a lot of feline love at KAUST, especially here at the cattery, where street cats are rescued and taken care of. These furry, four-legged friends are always ready for cuddles and love from the community in this volunteer-run facility that cares also for injured and orphaned kittens and cats, giving them a safe place, food, and a second chance at life. I myself rescued and rehomed some cats during my time at KAUST, which was so rewarding and fun, including this little guy and these two sisters. Now, of course, grown up and living the life with their adoptive parents. As this video comes to a close, I had to show you KAUST at night because this was one of my favorite times, when the sun had set and the sea was calm and the lights were lit. It was such an amazing place to be. Hope this gives you one more perspective on the beauty and peacefulness that is KAUST. If you are considering working or studying here, I can assure you that you will have a life-changing experience. Saudi Arabia is a wonderful country to live in, with a welcoming and hospitable culture, many opportunities, and a modern work environment. People are absolutely amazing, and you will make friendships to last a lifetime. I am so grateful to KAUST and Saudi Arabia for this experience. Then a quick look at Jeddah Airport, which is where you'll fly into when you go to KAUST. This is the new international airport, very spacious and luxurious, with polite staff that will approach you and offer to help if they see you standing around looking confused for more than 2 seconds. You can even find modern amenities like Starbucks. and very helpful people with excellent customer service skills. In conclusion, I'd like to thank you for watching this video and let you know that if you have doubts about going to Saudi Arabia, I did too. But luckily I took the leap of faith and I'm so glad I did. Living abroad enriches your life in countless positive ways, and Saudi Arabia is no exception. You just might be pleasantly surprised as I was, and it just might change your life too. If you're thinking about applying for jobs there, click on the link in the video description to get my Jobs in Saudi Arabia packet. Don't forget to subscribe, and I wish you all the best of luck.